First, I want to say, going live. You say going live. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. You supposed to say wa alaikum salam. Now you say salam alaikum, and then I'll say wa alaikum salam. This is Abdul. Many of you heard about me, but you know, certain things I had to do, so I wasn't available, as to say, but I'm back. And I'm teaching. I got a couple of videos on. I got a different personalities. You can go ahead and reach in and see it and see what fits you. See where you can get in at. You know, everybody can get in at a certain place. Some people is thick. I was going to say fat, but some people are cellulose. They can't get through the little bit. They got to go through the big hole. So go through where you can go at, where your 100 is, and rise up. Okay, today, first we're going to say the prayer, and we're going to say the prayer in Arabic. Okay? In Arabic, we're going to say the prayer. We're going to say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitani ar-rajim. That means that you seek protection from those people, the spirits, anything that's not righteous. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani ar-rajim. When you say minna, from men, the word men means from. So when you say you are man, you're saying you're men. They're only saying you're from the womb man. That's why they used to say, Hail Mary, full of grace. And that full of grace, that G, R-A-C-E, it was the G race. That's on the low that you can reach. I can't give it to you too much. But I want to give a big out to all those people that came before that know this, and they shut their mouth, locked in and threw the key away, like, you know, for what? Holding on to something, and now it's useless because you knew and you didn't tell it. You knew you didn't live it. You see, when a person tells another person that they're here, you're here, is an antenna that receives energy. And when another person doesn't listen and they take it and they cut it, they straighten it, permanently damaging it, that's what they call it, perms. Something wrong with that person. They're not listening, hard-headed. I've met a lot of hard-headed people in my life, but it's okay. That's what you get. Okay? So now, we're going to talk about, we're going to say the prayer. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I seek protection in Allah's word, his scriptures, in his walk, his rituals that he sent down from those called prophets to prove it, and Rasul from Ruh, which is life and energy, or Hayat, because the word life means life. They changed it up. Okay, so now, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillah, in the name of Allah, the yielding, the merciful. Watch it, yielding and merciful toward all the things that you do and you know it was wrong. So don't blame me because you didn't follow me. If you follow me, then you be okay. Like I'm okay. I stay okay. Okay? Now, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah. The praise is due to Allah. Rabbi, like Rabbi Alamin. Lord of all the knowledge. Alamin, all the knowledge. Lord of all the knowledge. And he gives to those without measure. Rabbi Alamin or Rahmani or Rahim. Maliki Yawmuddin. Iyaka na'budu. Iyaka na'budu. Wa iyaka nasta'in. It is you that we serve and not serve anything else. because you created us. Iyakana abudu wa iyakana stain idinos surat el mustaqim, and guided us to the surat. You were guided to the surat. You were left at the surat to make those prayers, to do that fasting, to do the charity. You did the best you can, fine. But if you didn't, it's not okay. Idino surat el mustaqim. Suratu al-Adina and amta alayhim gairu maktubi alayhim waladolin. Amin sadaqallahu al-azim. For those who know, for those who don't know. You're not going to data bite. As you see, you don't know what it is. And if you do, you are special and you are chosen. Okay? That's the way this next thing is going. You had a 30-year head start that was given and written in books. Now I'm taking my books again, and I'm going to read to you the divine knowledge of the book of life. That's it. So today we're talking about most women's breasts do not work properly. That's because you don't take care of yourself. You don't know what the breast is for. You think it's an object of desire. You think it's something to use to taunt the men or taunt the woman or to look sexy. What is sexy? Sexy is the number 6, which is the vowel wa, which means joining. That's what the sexy meant. The 6, which is actually the 6 and the 9. The 9 going back to joining in the heavens, being 100 in your reason and in your purpose. Okay? It says, today most women's breasts do not work properly. The reason is because they have been following the recessive genes. You have been following those people that have you captive. You want to be like them. You want to be in the Pepsi generation. You know, they say, well, you like Pepsi or you like Coke? Oh, I'll take Pepsi. Oh, I'll take Coke. What is soda? Do you know what soda is? S-O-A, S-O-D-A, S-O-A-P. The same letters. S-O-D-A, soda. S-O-A-P, soap. Soda is soap for the organs inside to release gases because you're eating the wrong foods and you have gases, reflux, and you need to get them gases out. They need to get it out. You need to stop eating it because you were supposed to be eating, they say vegan now. The word wasn't, it's vegetables, period. Vegan was established by those who said, well, we're gonna go vegan. And they were mainly Israelites. You see? But that's not, it's vegetables. It's chlorophyll, it's green. Okay? I could have some here. I don't have it right now, but I do have some. But listen, what you need to do, you need to get back on board. Okay? You was on board before because you was motivated by the many. It was called Ansar Allah, helpers of Allah. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu ansar Allah. So other people come from other countries and come over here, establish, get money from the government just to take you away. We only got into Islam because of the global brotherhood that we had, and we was having problems on this side, on this continent. We were strangled by those who invaded, came in through what they call Plymouth Rock, established Ellis Island, brought their people over here, not migration, which is natural thing, but immigration. You see, as like bringing in the soldiers, bringing in their people to disperse, hitmen called doctors. Hitmen called doctors. Mental therapists called teachers, programming the children wrongly because the women didn't do the right thing. But we're talking about the breast right now. Right now, you think your breast is an object of desire because you have not taught the children, which is your responsibility. When you create something in your womb, that means you're growing something. You're making something. It's not El Khalik, the creator of all things, including you. So, when you have that responsibility to nurture, you don't give your children to nobody. You don't spread your legs open so somebody can peek up in there, called gynecologist. You learn, you study. You become your own overseer of that which you're in, which is called the body. You are not the body. You are a living soul. You are that breath of life that breathed into you, and you became a personality of that force. But you wanted to be submissive. So you submitted to the system of things. You raise your hand, Sailor. Oh, because you didn't want to do the research. But anyway, we're still talking about the breast. The word breast, right? If you look at breast, the B, the P, the D on the lowercase is the same. So you say priest. When you say breast, you're saying priest. That's you. The substance, the liquid, the substance, the mental transferring of mental telepathy, extrasensory perception. They call it for you as a womb man, they call it intuition. That you had intuition. You being 20, he being 20, you had 7 years on him. Intuition. Because this is your realm. The womb man's realm. But you forgot. So what happened? They introduced and came back. You see? As men from. So you had women who knew by nature that they were the tribal leaders, but they didn't have the programming. Because the 4 years of programming after birth, it was supposed to be programmed while you was in the womb. You have the formative years, 4 years. That's why they have the kind of garden that they throw you in. They call it kindergarten. They say it real quick, kindergarten. Kind of garden. Where they grow you. They growing people. They teaching you what to do. They lie to you. The first thing they say, yes. You know what the word yes is? Let me hear it. Put it down there if you knew. You know in the comments. You don't know. I know you don't know. The word yes, Y-E-S, is E-Y-S, which is ease. When you say yes, you submit. You saying yes. You easing to their command, their instructions. Yes. You saying ease. It's ease. I'm ease. You're hypnotizing yourself. When you say no, you mean it's not going to happen. So when they say yes and no, you say yes, it's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. Then that's the first grade, kindergarten. You get into the first grade, they say now you're supposed to know this. They already stamped in your head that no means don't do it. So now your brain is messed up. Your thinking is messed up. Because now they programming you and now they starting to destroy it. They got the hook on you. You done gave up your child. When you say the A, B, C, D to them, you just gave up your child. You gave up their mental. You gave up everything when you gave that up and didn't seek to find yourself approved by going through the Shemitic language, which was Arabic. Aleph, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Thou, Re, Ze, Sin, Shin, Sword, Dor, Ta, Za, Ayin, Gayin, Fa, Kha, Kha, Lam, Min, Nun, Ha, Wa, Ya. Okay? And that's just one side, which they call it Ishmaelites, which was the first son. The number first, or the word first, is fierce. They have no fear. 12 kings, Ottomans, 12 queen Ishmaelites. Or they say black or more. No fear, because they're in tune. So, today, most women's breasts do not work. You're not giving the substance to the child. You're giving them Similac and all kind of foolish stuff. Soylac, Similac, you know, all kind of chemicals that is reacting. They're not getting what they need. They're not getting the substance. They're not getting the antibiotics that they need, that women are supposed to be giving them. You're not an object of desire. They took you out your natural habitat, which is called umat, or community. It's not community, but that's the best word you can get. It's called umat, because the word umat shows you who's in charge, the ums. Okay, so now you've been following the recessive gene. See, it's only one species. Okay, that's women. And then from women, you got broken up to the recessive and the dominant of that species. So the dominant said, well, we're not going to listen to the laws and commandments of Moses or Deborah, which is sister. We're not going to listen to that. What we're going to do, we're going to go and do it a different way. And that's what you're following now. You're not following the laws. You're not even following. You say you're following Jesus. There was no Jesus. His name was Yeshua or Isa. Yeshua for Hebrew, Isa for Arabic. And those are the same family of Abraham. The family of Abraham. He had 3 wives, polygamy. So now, people say, well, why am I yelling? I'm not yelling. If you think this is yelling, wait till you see the thunder and lightning that's getting ready to come in the rain. Matter of fact, I'm a water, zam, 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 agua, 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 agua. Wait till you see the water come. And that will remind you of the flood that you don't believe in. But you see, you got water up there, you got water down here, and then you got water here, which is called humidity. We're still in water. We're water people. But that's to be learned again. So it's not everything that you know right now. But you have to realize that you're wrong. You have to make a change in your life. Okay. I'm going to read it from the top. Today, most women, breasts do not work properly. The reason is because they've been following the recessive gene and not standing naturally, doing things wrong in great numbers. Artificial baby milk was the first way to kill self and kind. The principles of the Most High was forgotten. Women became objects of man's desires. The breast is now used as objects of luring and for luster. They say the cleavage, to this, to this, to that. Because you women have submitted to an unnatural way, your breasts are deteriorating. Your natural powers are dwindling. You have lost your right as the host of the planet. You have let man take in your place. You women gave up your children and did not give them the bonding and nurturing. You watched the television, cable, and became programmed to a wasted existence called life. Life from the word life, from the word lie. It says closed hands do not work. You have to open your hand. You have to accept the truth. You're wrong, and you have to accept the truth. You thought that I was but it's okay. That's because when you looked at me, you seen yourself, and you was thinking about yourself, and you didn't see me in the light that I should have been seen in, that I told you about. I didn't ask you. I told you. Okay. It says 2019, mothers are clueless, grandmothers are afraid, and men have been programmed to destroy all that is natural and righteous. The words that was once guarded have been diluted and of no value. That's what I said. Give you the purest of Islam. Give you the veil, the covering. Give you the prayers properly. Give you the scriptures, true scripts. But you looked and you said, well, he ain't doing it. Why should I do it? It wasn't, he did his job. Whoever he was, I'm not naming nobody. They did their job. I did my job. It's just that my job is eternal, everlasting. This is my hayat. You see, this is what I do. It wasn't the part that I liked you. I didn't like you. There is no like. You are special. All of you. But you have to learn the procedures. You're out of order. If you was in the nighttime, which is the beginning of the new day, that you sleeping, you're 12 hours late every day, all your life, if you're not in the nighttime. Okay, now, it says the words that was once guarded have been diluted and of no value. Insanity has enslaved the minds of the woman and her children. She has divided herself into races. That's what I was trying to tell you. Species, not races. Y'all got to get it together. Matter of fact, look. You see y'all back there? Here you go. You see y'all back there? Okay. Species. Okay. So things happen. People try to help each other, but you try to be in a slick way. You try to stay together, but act like you're not together. Men do it and women do it. You get with your species and you act like there's nothing wrong. Oh, child, this and that. Oh, bitch, this, that. Boom, boom, boom. But then somebody else say, bitch, you got a problem. But when you say bitch amongst yourself, it's fine. Then the fellas, right? They say, oh yeah, I don't like, you know, I don't do vanilla. I don't do vanilla. Okay? That's my choice. Okay? Too much baggage. Too much lies. And I'll talk about the lies in a minute. But people say, oh yeah, but They running and hiding on the down low, not only with the women, but down low on the down low. But it could be fixed. You see, you still, long as you got that breath of life in you, you can come back around. But there is a wrong and there is a right. When they say do not serve two masters, and you go get a job from another tribe that you call a corporation because they cooperate and come together and give you a farm. The farm is the word farm. They are growing you. They are using your energy. Okay. But anyway, the woman, she has divided herself into races and ethnic groups. As she divides herself from the unity that has made her who she is. She, the woman, has been brainwashed, programmed to submit and be subjected to her children, called man. Okay, so he went from men, which means from her, to man. You see, like mandate, like command. You see, all these words are put together by engineers. We're not just regular people. The DNA was programmed for people to evolve to be as like that which created them. So here we go with this. Mothers are clueless. So I just don't make up nothing. This is the book. A closed hand. Mothers are clueless. And you can see. You can take your time and read it again. Stop, pause, whatever. It's everything you will see when it's time. I just want to share that particular thing with you. Let me put a little commercial up in this piece. It says, sweetheart Debbie Chocolate D. Okay, and you know who you are. Okay. Truth will never stop. And everybody else be blown in the wind, moving on. And I got that there. This was getting ready to come out too. Sparkle Roller Dance Group. Okay. So, because I tell you what it is, they call me Digital Pimp. I like that. It's like Digital Pimp. It's okay. Priest, Imam, Minister, and Prophet. But I done elevated from that title. I had that title for too long. I'm getting that title back. Y'all can have it. I'm going all the way to I need to be. They called me a dictator before. When I see him, I'm gonna smack him in the back of the neck and ask him, what have he done lately? Okay, I'm here to teach. I've been here to teach. I taught those who said they was the master teacher, and I just looked at them. I was like, okay, you master teacher, you cool. You know, as long as people got inspiration to do things and help, people gonna do. You got the right hand and the left hand, people gonna do things. You already knew that. You know. Yeah, I got a lot of things to say. I just want to put something out there today about the women and their breasts. You know, once you learn the anatomy of the body, once you teach your children, they won't follow the ways that's going on there. You have to teach them. You have to teach them to be doctors. You have to teach them to take care of themselves. You have to take time. You can't be going to the clubs. That's not the spot. That's not the spot. We was in the clubs, but if you heard the last math teacher, he said he was there trying to get the people out. I don't think he wanted to be there. You know, the first time that I was, what did they say, kicked out the mosque, you know, I would say I wasn't really kicked out the mosque, but when I left and had to come into this world, this is called the dunya, and other teachers call it the graveyard, because y'all disunified. And the whole thing of getting into Islam was it was a healing process. And it wasn't going to take anything away from you. It was going to add and build. It was going to destroy that which you wasn't and give you back what you was. It was going to restore your soul. That's what happened. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's just it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that I want to say to you, but basically I want to let you know about the breasts. They're not objects of desire. Victoria's Secret is making all this money over some breasts, and you spending money on things that don't. First of all, you're making money using your energy that you could use doing something different. Listen. If your past leaders knew what to do, you wouldn't be in this situation. So what they did, where they at? They sitting in their house, they got their bills paid, and you still in the same thing. Your preachers, they don't know what they're doing. You know, so people say, well, my preacher knows what he's doing. You know, like I said, this one, I'll give you a rap for that one. The hypocrite, we dirty little snakes live the lifestyle of a freak. Never in their life do they ever keep the fact about the things they need to do and things like that. Okay, an example. Every church should have, depending on the population of the congregation, the numbers of members, they should have their own lawyer. They should teach the children to be lawyers, doctors, teachers. Every church, not just one church. If you have a problem, that whole church should go to court. But what's going on? That's not even in their bylaws. So yeah, I think the church have a problem, because that was something that was given. We didn't have no church. We had a temple, you know, and that need to be upgraded. And they had a masjid. Right now they got Islamic centers. A masjid and Islamic center is different. And if you live, you cannot hear the adhan, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. If you cannot hear the adhan in your house, you're too far. If you got to drive to the mosque, something wrong with that picture. It's called ummat. It's called community. Right there. Everything's supposed to be there. The health center's supposed to be there. The school's supposed to be there. All right. If you have any legal thing, it's supposed to be there for you. Should be established, not just making prayer, giving zakat, salam alaikum. No, it's more than that. Okay. It's not running to the next man or the next tribe. We are in tribal formation. When you read, it says we created you in tribes. Now, I'm talking to the Muslims. Now, the Christians don't even have a clue about the tribes. They know, but it's not taught because it's not in theology. The teachings of theology is different. What I'm going to do next time, I'm going to it says, I'll read this real, but I'm gonna take this page and we're gonna go through some. I'm gonna do the work and then I'm gonna present it to you just as it is. It says, shine your light, let the truth be known. Every generation must be fed. When fed, they mean taught. So it goes to the scriptures, and I'm going to do that. But it says, so many I have spoke with, they claim that they want the truth. The truth means that you have to change. The truth means that you have to leave people that's not trying to make a change. The truth means that you must be different. You can't be the same person and think you changed. You can't. As promised, I shall teach those who are in need of my knowing. Those who don't know just don't know. They wander off. It's time to forgive yourself for all the wrong you have done. And don't do it again. Because true love comes from the angelic realm and it never stops. True love keep teaching truth every generation. And love stays the same. It don't change. Love don't never change. So people say, I'm in love, they don't know what they're talking about. They can't see it, they don't know what it feels like, they don't know what it is. Most of the time it's lust. And we're going to talk about that, not only lust, but the power to regenerate, the chi, the energy that we have in us. And sometimes it overwhelms us when we want to release it, you see, and it's powerful. That's why you see some people do martial arts, some people run, even basketball, but that doesn't get rid of it. You have to be mentally with it, mental with it. So that concludes what we're talking about today. It's going to be really short, and yeah, that's going to be it for now. Look, I need to get yourself right, okay? I'm doing what I got to do. I'm gonna continue with you or without you. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. It's your thoughts. You don't make me. I'm self-made. I came here to help you. That's it. Peace.